Hello, people of the internet. My name is Darius, and welcome back to Darius Reviews. For the first time in quite some time, where I take a look at things whether I like them or not. Now, being that it's been a long time since I've reviewed something for this show, I thought I might as well take a look at something that I've never talked about before: a D&D campaign. That campaign in question is the Hollow's Carnival. Ran mainly by Midnight Sonata, as well as further assistance from Armal the Fiery Secretary, this campaign mainly surrounded around 6 kids and a squirrel as they deal with the aftermath of a interesting carnival, with 2 sisters who wish to turn them into attractions. The campaign is extremely long, like 8 hours long. So, to streamline the process, and also to make sure that this video doesn't go on for hours, I've decided to create a brand new format called Draw-O-Mation, where I take these little drawings that I've made and implement them in the events of the story, and only the events of the story. It's kind of like what I did for my Tale of the Lost Narrator review, and also basically formatted similarly to a Nostalgia Critic Cliffless review, except actually good. So join along with me as I take you through the Hallows Carnival. In a small field in the forest, 6 kids and a squirrel decide to spend a little time together on All Hallows Eve. Now each character is represented by one of the players, with one exception. Finn plays Douglas and his pet squirrel Chester, Blissey plays Emily, Armal plays Hazel, Matthew is played by Aeon of Dreams, Cyrus is played by Jasper Pye, and Alexander is played by Josh Corcher. As the group of kids hang around the forest with Alexander's female horse Oliver, I don't know, maybe she wants to be a stallion, they hear the noise of enjoyment coming from a nearby carnival, which the name is spelled weird. Maybe this sign guy had a grudge. 2 ladies appear out of puffs of smoke and reveal themselves as the Hollow Sisters, who wish for the group to have as much fun as they can, and to try their signature soul cakes, which sound delicious. After the kids explore the carnival and try some soul cakes, the group are summoned to a puppet show with Michael Bay level of effect. Wait, they made that joke in the campaign. Never mind. But as they leave, suddenly the look of the carnival changes from light and friendly to dark and dreadful. But the carnival isn't the only thing that changes, as our group transforms into terrifying monsters. Alexander turning into a gargoyle, Hazel turning into a vampiress, Douglas turning into a fishman, and Chester into a spider, Matthew turning into a spider boy, Cyrus into a wraith, and finally, Emily turns into a werewolf. The sisters plan on using the kids as attractions in the carnival, showing preference for Hazel being that it's been a while since they've gotten a vampire. Suddenly, a headless horseman named Gulliver shows up and tells them to follow him to his boss, the secret third Hollow sister, Calliope. Telling the children this isn't the first time something like this has happened, being that this has been going on for centuries, the children only slightly trust her, being that some of them may think this is a trap. But keep an open mind. Calliope tells them that there are 2 things they need in order to get out of the carnival: a memory potion, along with another potion that is activated by a spell, which goes missing. Calliope sends the children out to get the ingredients while she looks for the missing spell. Now with this, I'm going to be trying to be as quick as possible when describing these events, because I don't want this to go on for too long. Emily gets the Hellhound hair by intimidating the Hound Rockjaw. Cyrus, with his amazing bagpipe playing and idea of using a squirrel as a target, gains the tears of the Clown Sisters, and Alexander gets the venom of the Lamia by ripping out the tooth of the giant snake girl, which led to one of the more disturbing events of the campaign, with the 2 main sisters telling them that they chose the wrong sister to trust. After taking the ingredients to Calliope, she tells them that with what they're dealing with, killing others at the carnival will have to be an expected occurrence. But even with what they've dealt with, they still trust her due to her helping them so far. So they head off to gain the last three things that they need. Firstly, they went to the pool of the siren Alubel, who grows interested in Douglas, but ends up getting her voice taken like Ariel out of The Little Mermaid. Then, Matthew, with the help of Spider Chester, gets one of the doll Penelope's spare gears so they don't have to hurt her, which weirdly made me ship a doll with a turned into Spider Kid. Finally, they found the spell to go along with the potion, but it ends up being in the funhouse, run by a man with multiple faces with different emotions. They end up facing a giant spider and mirror clones of themselves that disappear with them saying something they need to change about themselves. Man, what a mouthful. They head back to Calliope's tent and hand her the spell that will unbound them from the carnival. And everyone turns back into their normal selves, except for Hazel, which gives the two main Hollow sisters the chance to take Hazel and choke out Calliope, which also allows the sun to rise, making Hazel able to remember her past, but is now a permanent vampire. But before the remaining kids can do anything about this, they are sent back to that little field in the forest where they started, with their parents finding them. But as the years went on, the kids were wrecked after the loss of Hazel. But suddenly, a spark of hope was found, a stone saying to mean the patch of field next October to help find their friend, leading to the sequel campaign, which is currently unfinished. And that was the Hollows Carnival, and may I say, it's one of my favorite D&D campaigns I've taken a look at. Obviously, I had to keep out some details out of the synopsis because they weren't really a part of the story, but boy are the players funny at certain moments, especially Finn when he plays Squirrel Chester, or just any moment Cyrus mentions he doesn't have legs. I do recommend watching the campaign for yourself, and if you like this Halloween stuff, there's nothing hollow about this campaign to worry about. I'm Darius, and remember, I review it whether I like it or not. And I'm gonna have to find something else to review. Gosh dang it. See ya.